Alright. What's up, everyone? This video is going to be about Tesla, and I'm going to talk mainly flow and options chains and kind of options data and chart. We're gonna look at the chart. I'm gonna tell you guys where I stand, my thoughts overall, as always, and where are we going from here. So, first of all, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a tax advisor. No one in flow trading is a financial advisor. Everything I say and everything I talk about are just my opinions and my positions. If I talk about my positions, always do your own due diligence. And as you know, stocks carry a lot of risks, especially options. If you trade options, options carry even more risk. So you really want to know what you're doing and you want to know how to manage risk for yourself. Okay, now what do we start with? So the chart. This is a daily chart. I can go weekly, but I want to go at the daily intentionally. So this is going to be just a regular chart, and we're going to look at this green channel first of all. That if I'll zoom in here, you guys can obviously see that COVID lows was exactly where we reversed on this trend, basically green channel that I drew, right? And we touched it again right at the beginning of 2023. Okay, again guys, with technical analysis, yeah, I do like to use a lot of EMAs and SMAs and sometimes different indicators, but it's really all about simplifying. Seriously, I see people on X, and formerly known as Twitter, posting so many indicators in line. It's crazy. Just simplify it. The TA really should be simple. And for me, I really like Fibonacci retracements, just to draw different cycles and trend lines, as simple as that. And obviously, in terms of indicators, it depends. Are you looking for momentum? Are you looking for strength, relative? Are you looking for, as I've said, moving averages? It could be so many different things. So it depends also which indicator, what you're looking for in terms of what indicators to use. So that's just a bit of a mumbling about TA. Now, so yeah, obviously 2020 was the shock to the market with the COVID blip. You can call it COVID crash, call it whatever you want, but that's exactly where it bottomed this channel. 2022 was another bear market. Some say that the bear market is still on, that it's not over. Again, that's for a different video. In my opinion, it's semantics, by the way, but end of 2022 was exactly where we tested the green channel again. So again, on the regular chart, if you're a bear on Tesla, or even if you're a bull, but you do believe that you're going to see more downside, I will definitely eye eventually this channel again. Again, doesn't mean it has to hit exactly, but again, just look at this channel, draw it for yourselves. And even if we go up and retest the channel and get rejected, whenever it happens, this year, next year, whatever, you could test the 140, 150. Again, depends when it happens, and that could be kind of your lows. I've said my price to kind of be, to possibly go long the stock is 160. I don't care if it doesn't get to 160, and when I'm saying long, I mean buy stocks. And I don't care if it doesn't go to 160 at all. I honestly don't care, because in my opinion, personally, it's a bit overvalued. You guys know what I think about it overall. I know I said it's a bubble, but again, anyone who bought it before, as I've said, 2020 made a lot of money. Anyone who bought it in 2021 or 2022 lost a lot of money. So it's all about where you're willing to take the risk and what makes you, what turns you into a buyer or a seller now, not where it was years ago, or or when it's going to be, because you can't read the future. So it's all about where it's at right now. And for me, again, for me personally, I'm not a fan. All right, I'm not gonna talk much about the just I understand the thesis about Tesla, that it's a robotics company. They're talking about the Optimus, the robot, a launcher starting to go to the market with it soon, and then obviously the energy and solar and AI, a lot of things going for them. But when you look at the numbers, over 85% are from their revenues are coming from selling autos. So it's a car company. Yeah, you could say it's a potentially tech company, could be in the future, but right now their margins, the way they operate, the way they spend and invest money is just like a car company, and it's not valued as a car company. So again, this is only my reason why I don't like it here as a long stock long term, but this is only the fundamental side of things. I always like to combine everything. Fundamental side tells me no. The technicals right now, I'm gonna switch to log. Okay, logarithmic, just to kind of look at percentages more. And then what you're gonna see is this. And again, guys, I've just talked about a bit of fundamentals. People out there talk much more than I do about their fundamentals. I care less about fundamentals, to be clear. I just follow the flow. That's the main thing I do. I follow options trades. I follow institutional activity. I follow options chains, try to analyze options data. And I've never longed Tesla in hindsight. Yeah, maybe I should have. I talked in 2018 and 2019 with my friends about this stock having tons of potential long term, and I still think it does have a ton of potential long term. But as I've said, fundamentally speaking, to buy it, it makes no sense for me. It doesn't mean I can't trade it. Okay, so yeah, should have bought maybe, didn't. And I will never short it. I've always said it. It's again, you have so many people that are just fans of Elon and believing in Elon. And I'm a fan of Elon. I believe in him as well. Just not enough to buy the stock. And that was the main reason anyways that they bought the stock, right? With the stimulus check, especially in post-COVID, people just got free money and they just threw it on stocks. So it pumped everything, especially stocks like Tesla, which are narrative driven and retail favorite. And some would say even a core stock, which maybe, I don't know, again, up to interpretation. But that's it. I really wanted you guys to, I wanted to start with kind of the bed and fundamental side and what I think, my thoughts, even though most of you guys who follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, already know this. And now let's get back to some of the fun stuff. Okay, so I'm going to talk about again the chart and flow. So again, zooming in, back here, this is on log. We broke below it in 2019, tested it, rejected from this channel, big time gap up here on earnings back in October 2019, gapped up and obviously reversed, tested the channel again in COVID lows, tested the channel again in end of 2022, beginning of 2023, right? Local lows. So that's where we're at right now. Okay, we're right at the same green channel on log. Again, log is percentages. So for me personally, I like it. And the same reason that you see the red channel, they got rejected multiple times every time we touched it. To me, just to look at the trend or just look at the line or even trading patterns, technical analysis, it's not enough to enter. For me personally, it used to be. For now, kind of changed my thought. Like I really want to see, because I believe the market is really options driven. So especially with Tesla being the most heavily traded stock through options in the market, I want to follow flow. Flow is first for me. So I'll show you guys here. I had it open. Back here on basically at the top, December 28th, we saw the bearish flow, right? That I posted about on X, formerly known as Twitter. So this is the one, right? You guys can see, if you guys don't follow me, this is Orlando. This is my @ this is Orlando. You can follow. And this is just from the Flow Trading USA account, which is just the account of our Discord community, X account, Twitter account, that we post updates and some trading ideas and options data and options, unusual options activity and dark pools and all different stuff. But if you want to follow us, feel free. Follow Trading USA. This is Orlando. This is my @ And by the way, if you want to join the Discord quick, we're going to raise prices next week. So all the details, again, going to be here. Link at the pinned post, Flow Trading USA, and also in my account. Just go to This is Orlando in my pinned post and the website. You can check everything and see all the details about our community there. We have different levels. Again, if you're new, if you're more experienced, anything. It's really up to you if you want to learn and if you want to surround yourself with tons of value and very amazing ideas, long term, short term. Love what we have anyways. So also we're gonna close it soon. I don't want it to get saturated. I love what we have now, but again, we're open now. You can check it out if you want in my pinned post. Okay, now this is what I posted back in December 28th. December 28th is this right here, basically the top. This is the daily chart, right? So again, yeah, it rejected this red bearish channel, kind of, again, call it whatever you want, resistance, supply zone. I don't care about semantics. We care about what actually happens and how we can profit out of it. So it just rejected out of my channel here, and flow was the big telling. Okay, as I basically wrote here, I said flow is the big telling, easy. But then I wrote all, I'm not going to read it, you guys can check it out and go to the post if you want. But yeah, basically what I said is that not gonna look and try tops or bottoms. I wanna wait, even though it was the top, I wanna wait for confirmation, and I'm leaning towards some downside and choppiness. 259 could be a bearish to short it. Okay, then I just posted here that kind of an idea why, because of the golden ratio rejection. So it's a classic for me. Golden ratio in Fib cycles and golden pocket, it's the big telling. And that's it. Once I rejected, even though on smaller time frame, it told me anything, everything I needed to know about Tesla. That's going to probably go down. And again, to show you guys quick, the flow was, where was it? Do I have it? Here it is, December 28th. Okay, so not gonna dive much into this. Again, I explained it on the Discord. Obviously, we know that we follow it, but we're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars here. Options dealer, market maker, and a lot of the time it's going to be hiding, so it's going to be less premium, not about the size. You just gotta find it, and I follow flow every day. We follow flow in the Discord every day, so we can kind of know what to adjust to. And that's it. So anyways, it went down all the way from here to here. We had members that played it. A lot of them moved. Awesome trade. For me, I paper-handed exited pretty early because I actually wanted to, I looked for a potential upside reversal for like a few days, but I wanted some upside that just we could never hold support. So I never liked it. You can see even here, like it doesn't look good. Only green candle was 1.2% upside, and then we obviously kept falling. Never really looked like it wants to reverse until now. Now, where are we at right now? First of all, we talked about also in the Discord on the trade that happened here on February 7th. First of all, we have also this one, by the way. I'm not going to dive into much because again, it's cross trade, matched buy and sell. In my opinion, it's against an underlying stock position, so it's something more complicated. Again, not for this video, but this one was on February 7th. All right, so the timing was here, this candle here, kind of a, you see, we had the sell-off here post earnings, sentiment, which is a huge thing with Tesla. Sentiment is everything, right? I mean, you have people talking all bearishness and bad things about Tesla when it goes down, and all good things and bullish and it's going to the moon when it goes up. So for me, that's why I like it. It really moves on sentiment. If everyone's bullish, I'm looking for the bearish case, and same thing opposite. There's a lot of bears talking here, and more than just bears talking, there's a lot of flow, put buyers and call sellers that basically selling naked calls, some selling covered calls against their shares because they want to reduce risk of the downside. But in my opinion, they could actually shares get called away and they forfeit their shares. So imagine what happens for someone who bought Tesla much higher and basically took a loss. Again, this is what the narrative is with Tesla. It's always been. And that's why I've liked trading it for the past few years. In 2020, 2021, in all the big moves, even in 2022, the downside here was one of my better 2022 trades. This was kind of a relatively short term trade that I took the downside, but obviously it played out to be much better. But yeah, now I like it for upside. Okay, and again, the reason is mainly because of, as always, flow. These dudes, you see this volume candle here? This is using unusual wealth, by the way. What they did here is basically what I showed you before. They timed the top. That's the spread. 240 for April was part of this spread. Okay, because they sold one leg, they bought this one. Anyways, what they're doing here. Now I'm going to zoom in from 60-day contract chart to, let's do 7 days, 14 days. Yeah, you can see. Anyways, you can also press here and just see yourself. Open interest went down, and on this one, open interest goes up. 44,000. So it's easy to tell that this is obviously our trader and that it is what I think it is. All right, so that's that, guys. Again, when I see this, I kind of know what they're hedging for. And again, as I've said, a lot of bears are stepping in here. We got CPI this week. For me personally, I scaled in already, like I entered, and I would love to see some downside this week on CPI week, so I can enter even more. And obviously, every day we'll keep following the flow and adjust because markets are very dynamic. If a huge market maker or an options dealer is going to open a position, or is something going to happen maybe with the Qs or SPY or S&P overall that I think can affect Tesla, being kind of a very volatile stock, then we'll adjust. Okay, for now I like it, simplified. Green channel, we're here, we saw the flow. I believe that a lot of big money, big money can actually squeeze the smaller funds, the ones that spend a few millions of dollars on options hedging and whatnot, and I think they can squeeze them. That's usually what happens. In terms of how much and how long it's gonna be and levels to watch, again, that's something we're going to talk about in the Discord, obviously, as always. We have also the dedicated Tesla channel in the Discord, and we follow always flow and ideas, and members post good stuff. Now this is just some fib retracement from beginning of 2023, local lows here, to the highs of 2023. So fib retracement, 2023 uptrend cycle. All right, we're on log. Golden ratio here literally reversed. Zooming in, kind of a tweezer bottom, you see. Just reversed here, obviously, back in April 2023, and ever since, boom, squeezed higher, looked beautiful. If you guys remember my last videos, this was a heck of a squeeze that we played, was very fun. But what we saw here, I haven't seen yet. If I'll see, then I'll like it even more. But just for what it's worth, haven't seen it yet. And beautiful, yeah. So we kind of reversed in golden ratio, and now we also tested 0.5, which is also kind of a level that I like at the same time that we're in this channel I talked about. So it's interesting. Going to regular, you can actually see that right now you tested golden ratio. This decent candle, which is engulfing, well, no, yeah, you know what I mean. Like this just straight out green. That's why I like it. You see, if you just look at volume, it's not telling enough, but this is a pretty decent candle as well, to be honest. The red volume here on the daily, like the hammer, looks pretty good to especially be after such a huge, such a strong downtrend, seeing high volume, because this was the highest volume, but it's post earnings, so it makes sense. This is a pretty high volume. Highest ones besides post earnings, of course, ever since mid-December of 2023. So that's high volume, and you see obviously the demand, and it literally entered the demand at the golden ratio of an uptrend cycle. So that's your support right now, 177.25. Dark pool levels are at 186.65. Just made a video about dark pools and how to read them exactly and how to utilize them in the Discord, by the way, guys. You can check it out in the masterclass, flow masterclass channel. And yeah, that's gonna be kind of the levels we want to follow from here. Now, later on, if I'm right and we're gonna see some upside in squeeze shorts, and again, we could see a few days of downside. It's not going to only go up, okay? We could see some downside, upside, downside, whatever, but I'm bullish here Tesla, okay? So I do think we go up. And if eventually, and this is just kind of to give you an idea, if eventually we get another rejection on Tesla, then you know what, I'll leave it for next potential video. Let's not predict too much now. I kind of wanted to tell you guys like either a log or regular, like which channel to focus on, but it really depends on the overall markets and where are they at, because if we're heading into a melt up continuation in the market, then everything's slowly going to go up due to market right dynamics. So we'll wait with this. We'll update in the future. But yeah, I like it here, as I've said. Started to scale in a little bit and on call options, and I'm planning on possibly adding, if I see this week what I want to see, again CPI. So you want to be cautious, obviously, especially if you trade low DTE options. And that's where we're at right now. As I've said, 160 is still my level to go long stock, but for now I'll keep trading it if it doesn't get there. Now, this is this Friday's expiration. So it's basically the good, the bad, and the ugly. And this is just, I'm showing this to kind of show you guys how crazy the options activity is on this stock. And you just look at the volume here, literally expiring this Friday. You got a ton of over the money activity on the call side, a lot of over the money activity on the put side. So trading it short term, you can do it again if you like it, technically. But again, when you're looking at an options chain like this one, and I'm looking at data here, I'm looking at the deltas here of the, it's wild. Such a volatile stock and heavily options traded stock is, for me personally, again, some people can be trillionaires if you guys day trade it. Cool, awesome, seriously. I know people that also shorted this stock in the past few years, and obviously they got bamboozled, right? So there's a lot of things that can go right and a lot of things that can go wrong with this stock, which is why my focus has always been the macro. One of the stocks that I really put more size and capital in terms of how much money I put in it, because I really like it and I really like trading the macro moves. Okay, even though I never time bottom, never time top, never try to, even though I did time almost top here in terms of daily, I did. And again, the long side here was amazing for me as well in June 2023. Here I played the nice squeeze, but again, I remember they played much better than I did. I took profits pretty quick in the beginning of 2023, just because the market was, so just after a bear market, so I was cautious, right? But it was a heck of a move as well. Now it's, again, in my opinion, guys, in my opinion, this is the most important year for Tesla stock in history. And that's what I'm going to summarize with. First of all, I'm going to show you guys a bit of January 2026 options chain. So I'm looking at Vega here, no gamma, which means I'm here, by the way, June 2024, which is kind of a low DTE contract, 4 months to expiration. But yeah, but we'll see. I'll adjust. I can buy more if I like it still. I can buy more longer DT, lower DT. We'll see. We'll see this week with CPI what I plan on doing more. We'll talk about it, obviously, guys, on Discord as always, and what's new and what flow enters. Again, I know we have people who like to trade short term, some long term, some just long the stock, so they want to know what flow says. So I kind of analyze it for them, and then maybe they can buy puts to hedge their long position. Maybe they can sell calls against their covered calls against their position. So that's why we have, again, a lot of, and again, it's Tesla. It's one of the most popular stocks in the market. So obviously we watch it a lot, but I only trade it when I like a macro trend personally. Now, this is March. Let me look at some things here. By the way, you can see that we have new contracts being opened. To me, it just tells me that the market wants additional liquidity on this stock, right? Which again means volatility is coming. So that's another indicator for me, by the way, when I'm kind of following options chains. And yeah, at the money 46 deltas here for literally this OPEX, February OPEX, this monthly expiration. too much volume, at the money and slightly over the money. Just too much volume for me to be interested short term to trade it. And that's again why I'm showing this. February OPEX though, okay, again, every month you got a monthly options expiration. Yellow is weekly, white colored is monthly. Call side left, put side right, by the way, guys. For anyone who doesn't know, that's from thinkorswim. So yeah, OPEX week is the week I like to watch. So if I'm bullish Tesla now, I don't care if it goes down. If it goes down, it's better for me. That's what I like. If I want to buy calls on the stock, if I want to trade options, if I want to long the stock, I want it to go down. I'm already bullish here. So I want it to go down. I just don't want it to break maybe my support or like 175, whatever. But I don't care if it goes down. It just means cheaper entry for me. So I'll buy it. In terms of how much I'll buy, what type of strategy I'll go along with, that depends again on CPI and OPEX week, big week ahead. Okay, so that's that. We talked fundamentals a little bit. We talked obviously the chart. We talked flow. I showed you why I like what the market makers or options dealers are doing, and I think this is it. If I forgot something, my bad. And last thing I will say is that the narrative, guys, is huge. Okay, so again, for me, flow is really the main thing, because I do believe derivatives move markets. But the narrative is a big, big thing here. You just have more shorts kind of getting cocky and overconfident with their positions. So more of them will enter. But I don't know how many of them, even the smart money, quote unquote smart money, the big institutions and funds, I don't know how closely they follow options activity and how it actually moves the stock, right? And that's how historically a lot of shorts got squeezed. But the same thing goes also for longs. You gotta see what we saw back here on September 2022. I'll never forget it. This was like a massive bearish position that opened. It was actually before FOMC as well, and then it just fell down all the way from 310 to what, to 100. That's crazy drop. Super volatile stock. Anyway, guys, so follow the levels. That's what I got for you guys here in terms of short term. If you are interested in short term fib cycles, that I would definitely do the top of where the flow entered, top of the red channel, strong obviously red setting candle here and local top to our local lows here on this February 5th lows. Okay, the 0.236 is 193. That's your level to watch from here. Now I'll even go 1 hour for you guys. Again, that's only if you're interested in short term to see what's up with this. You want to see what happens in the 193. We're currently above it, but you want it to hold. You want to see a hold. For here, for an example, it couldn't hold, broke below it. So you do want it to climb, and if it tested it again, you want to see how it holds it as support. And if it holds it as support, slowly climbs, but suddenly you see some even bullish flow, that's your perfect indicator, especially if it's a bullish flow with actual delta pressure. And especially if the stocks that move with Tesla will see also bullish flow. So that's that, guys. I root for longs always, but there's a lot of ways to make money on this. So keep following your plan. Have a trading plan as always, and keep following the flow, because that's literally what moves the market. And I will show you guys quick here, if you want. We got the flowtradingusa.com. All right, that's the website, flowtradingusa.com. You can read everything you want about the community and everything that we have and everything that we do. And if you want to join us, feel free to do so. Again, I would advise to kind of be open-minded for the way we do things. Kind of a mature community, really go about short-term, but especially long-term. That's the whole thing here. We want to succeed long-term, so We have people that trade 0 DTE options. We have day traders, everything, right? We embrace everything. It's all about if your energy is good and if you're willing to learn or even provide value. But again, my thing is, besides being a positive person, open your mind, because flow is something that once you really, it takes time to learn, but we have so many educational resources, and we have so many people that can help throughout the way and throughout your learning experience to also make money with a lot of trading ideas and a lot of awesome plays that, because of thanks to flow, we find a lot of the times before most of retail investors out there. All right, guys, so that's it. If you want to join flowtradingusa.com, feel free to check the website. And that's it, guys. Listen, bulls, bears, longs, shorts, markets are dynamic, and markets are a zero-sum game. So for me, for you guys, for all of us, we just really want to be on the right side of the trade. So don't fall into this crazy war of drama. X, formerly known as Twitter, is really big on this drama, longs versus shorts and bulls versus bears, which is sometimes fun. Like, I like it only for the trash talk part of it. Like, I'm a fan of it. When I'm losing on the opposition, it sucks. But good friends of mine, when we talk markets, I know that they want me my success. But again, we trash talk all the time. Like, that's how you keep the competitive environment, and that's how you learn and you want to improve. And don't be afraid of it anyways. That's what I'm saying. But on the other hand, don't fall into the nonsense. If someone's just negative with no reason, ignore them. Like, you don't need it. Focus on yourselves. Focus on not being right. Focus on being on the right side of the trade. Okay, I don't care if I'm wrong here. I'll take my loss and I'll close. If I'm right, I'll take my profits. If I'm right, if it goes up even higher and I'm wrong and Tesla isn't going to do what I think macro it's going to do, cool, I'm happy for anyone who's wrong. Like, I don't care. Just be on the right side of the trade, okay? And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It is obviously much longer than I wanted, but it is what it is. We don't make a lot of those videos, so I hope you guys found some value in this. And if you like the video, like it. If you like my accent, subscribe to our channel to not miss future videos. And as always, guys, let me know in the comments if you have specific things you want me to talk about or make videos about. I'll do it. We do everyday streams. Every day we do streams, recorded streams, 1 hour long each day, talking about different stocks and markets and flow and adjusting to market flows on the Discord. So this is something we do with the community every day. And yeah, that's it. Appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you mostly, as I've said, on X, formerly known as Twitter. That's my where I'm mostly active at, after obviously the Discord. So this is Orlando, that's my @ you can check out here my account. And I hope you guys have a great rest of the weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl and peace out. This is the way.